Hello, my name is Jennifer Rivers, and I am the Director of Student Services for the VCU College of Engineering. It is my honor to congratulate you on your accomplishments thus far and welcome you to your new home here in the College of Engineering. This is an exciting time for you, and we are here to help you capitalize on all the excitement and energy you bring with you as you start your college career. Today, we will present to you some information we feel is going to be vitally important to you as you kick off your college experience and help that go in the right direction. You will also get to meet some folks who we believe will be vitally important and will be working with you along the way. So I'd like to start off by introducing those folks to you right now. Please meet your College of Engineering student advising team. First, Sarah Pazat, who is the advisor for Chemical and Life Science Engineering. Andy Young is the advisor for Computer Science. Siobhan Reed is the advisor for Mechanical and Nuclear Engineering. Scott Robinson is the advisor for Biomedical Engineering. Mickey Parr is the advisor for students in Electrical and Computer Engineering. And I am the advisor for students in the pre-engineering and undeclared engineering program. So let me tell you a little bit about what we do specifically in our advising office. First and foremost, our main job is to advise you. We want to make sure that you understand your curriculum, you understand the requirements that are asked of you, and that we help you as you navigate through those requirements. We also are going to be barrier busters. When you come up upon problems, we're going to help you navigate those problems and hopefully knock down some barriers to you being a successful student here. We are here to help you be a successful student. That's our job. And so we hope that you are here to be a successful student, because that makes our job that much easier to do. The other thing that we provide is tutoring services. So for our tutors, this is a peer-to-peer tutoring service that we have, and it allows you to work with another engineering student who's done well in a class and who is willing to help other students become successful in the class that they may be struggling with. So make sure that you're taking advantage. This tutoring is free. It's drop-in tutoring. All you have to do is go to it. So our advisors and in totality are here to help you. Again, this is what we're here to do for you, and we hope that you utilize the services that we have to offer. Please look and see, this is the information that has all of the contact information for all of the advisors. And so if you want to get in contact with your advisor of your program, here's the contact information for each person. Now I'm going to turn it over to Andy Young.
Hi, my name is Andy Young, and I'm the academic advisor for computer science. I'm here to talk to you a little bit about engineering career services. As a student in the College of Engineering, you actually have a dedicated career services team just for you. So what do? They provide resume reviews, cover letter reviews, career and interest assessments, help with federal work study, internships, co-ops, jobs, a myriad of things. Now, in addition to that, they will also manage and connect you with different companies for on-campus interviews, information gatherings, and they also provide the internship and career fair every semester. So in the upcoming semester, we will have the internship engineering career fair on September 16th, 2020. It will be virtual, plan to attend, and we'll see how it goes in the future. And here's our engineering career services team. Ms. Laura Lemza, who is our career advisor. Tanya Sharp, a career advisor and an additional instructor. Michelle Carter, who teaches Engineering 395 Professional Development. Anita Taylor, who is the Director of Engineering Career Services. Carolyn Galsick, who's our Events and Front Desk Admin. And Tiffany Boggs, our Communications Specialist. As you can see, You can sign up via Handshake for appointments to meet with a career counselor and set up a meeting time to work on your resume or just to talk about some of your interests and maybe perhaps if you want to change a major or add a minor. You can also email engrcareers@vcu.edu and you'll be redirected appropriately. So we're here to help. Engineering Career Services will be available remotely this fall. Again, you can email engrcareers@vcu.edu. In addition, I encourage you to set up your Handshake account. So go ahead and log on to Handshake. You can set up an appointment there. There's also a bit of a profile that you can set up because they will also post job and internship opportunities to Handshake for you. Internship and Career Fair. So circling back, it will be virtual Wednesday, September 16th. Now, you may ask yourself, I'm a first year student or I'm a transfer student and I'm not sure that I can get an internship immediately. Well, you never know. All you need is one person to say, yes, we'd like to have you on our team. And you could be in an internship in the upcoming summer. Additionally, you need to gain practice because not everyone, or actually really no one, is prepared to go through the interview and vetting process without practice. Additionally, you'll meet the employers that we bring to campus. You'll learn about the companies, what they have to do, and you'll be able to target more specifically in the future. You'll gain knowledge about what they actually do at work and what skills they're looking for that you can develop while you're here at VCU. Last but not least, you'll learn how to navigate the career fair. And again, I would just emphasize that practice, practice, practice is going to help you in your internship search. And now I'm going to segue off to, I believe, Miss Sarah Pizzat. And I believe you're muted right now.
I'm so sorry about that. I had muted my microphone. As you can tell, it's my first day as an advisor. No, I've been here for 12 years. I got this. I hope you guys are still with us. I know that slideshows are not the most exciting thing, but I promise this information is important. So, try to bear with us. Computer requirements for engineering at VCU. We are really emphasizing bring your own laptop if you can. If you don't have a laptop yet, check out RamTech, look at the university website, see if you can buy a computer at a discount through VCU. It is something that financial aid can help you out with as well, but a laptop is really going to be emphasized for the fall semester, especially due to coronavirus. Our computer labs are unfortunately closed. We'll definitely update you in spring. If that's going to change, that would be great, but for now, own laptop is where it's got to be. So for your classes, which could be a hybrid of in-person and online, you're going to need to have access to a webcam and a functioning microphone. And following that, something a little more specialized to engineering, software. Your classes are going to need you to use some very expensive, complex applications. And we don't want to pile on all that expense to you as well. VCU has purchased licenses to a lot of those applications and programs, and those can be made available to you through IT support. You can see there's some more information available as well, e.g. our IT help. But like I said, own laptop is going to be the way to go for this semester. My next slide, VCU Honor System. This is kind of where the presentation gets exciting. Honor System, please do not cheat. Please do not do anything academically dishonest while you are here. The penalty for cheating, if you are caught violating the honor code, you could fail that exam or project. You could be assigned an F for the course for the semester. You could be expelled from the university in some extreme cases. The thing we most commonly see is an F for the course. When you get an F, it also has a note on your transcript that says this isn't just an F, This is an honor violation F, which is definitely not something that you want to have to explain to a graduate school or a potential employer. Now, watching this, maybe thinking, I'm not a cheater, I don't need to worry about this, I haven't done anything dishonest, I'm a good person. And that's true. We very rarely meet dishonest people in our work as advisors. You guys are all well-meaning, all trying hard, but there are a couple of things that cause people to cheat. One of those is just miscommunication. People don't understand where the boundaries are. If you're working in a lab and you have a lab partner, you're going to be generating identical lab results, but you're going to have to convert those results into two completely independent lab reports. And you have to be very careful in situations like that. In the fall, we're going to be entering an academic world where your classes are a hybrid of online meetings and face-to-face meetings, and people are not going to be sure about how communication works under those settings. When are you allowed to look stuff up? Who are you allowed to ask questions of and when? These are things that could become concerns for you. If you ever have a question about where the line is, always ask your professor. There's no penalty for asking. You cannot violate the honor code by asking questions. You could find out that the boundaries are a little bit tighter or even a little bit looser than you thought. So always be informed. The other issue that people have with cheating is when they are scared. Right now, people are kind of relaxed in their homes, anticipating coming to college. It's kind of a good, confident feeling, and it's very easy to say, of course, I'm going to approach all of my work with honesty and integrity. Most engineers are used to getting high grades, used to working very hard, used to seeing results for that. Engineering school is extremely challenging, and many of you are going to get a scary grade on an assignment. If you see a D or an F for an exam, it could really affect you emotionally. And when people are scared, they start to make bad decisions. You get that tunnel vision where you're not necessarily thinking about the negative consequences of your actions, just on the possibility of saving yourself from that bad grade. If you're ever in that situation, always ask for help. You are not the only person who's lost. As I said, engineering school is extremely difficult. It is designed to challenge you. So if you ever feel you're in the weeds, in over your head, always come to your advisor. We will talk you back from making that negative decision. And honesty is so important in engineering, which is one of the reasons we've put this general, university-wide slide here into this presentation. Ethics are tremendously important to you as a professional. If you're in high school and you cut corners a little bit, then what you're told is, if you're cheating, you're only cheating yourself out of that knowledge, which is true, and it is bad, but the picture gets much bigger for you as a professional in the professional world. If you cut corners as an engineer, then that affects everyone who drives over the bridge you designed. It affects everyone who is taking the medication that you designed. And so ethics are something you need to develop in school. Meeting those challenges with honesty is a way that is going to help you grow while you're in school. And that's really what we're here for. We don't want to let you graduate just because you could pass a test. We want to make sure that you are a whole professional when you leave engineering school, and academic integrity is a huge part of that. I'm going to pass on to my colleague, Ms. Mickey Parr.
Hello, my name is Mickey Parr, and I'm the academic advisor for electrical and computer engineering. I'm going to be presenting 2 slides today. So our first slide is about the DFW rule. The official title of this rule is actually the policy of reasonable progress. And that's because we always want to make sure that you are making progress in your major rather than standing still. So what this rule says is that if any student earns any combination of 3 D's, F's, or W's in a College of Engineering course, you will be dismissed from your major. And we will help you find a new major where you are more likely to be able to make progress and achieve graduation in a timely fashion. Please note that this policy is only based on each single engineering class. It's not a cumulative effect of all of your engineering classes. Please also note that this policy has no bearing on your chemistry, physics, math, univ, or any other subject areas. It's just College of Engineering classes. Now, thinking about what a W is, you've probably heard of a D or an F, but just please be familiar that a W stands for withdraw, and that's when you drop a class when it's more than halfway through the semester. A W grade is neutral in your GPA, so that can be a really valid reason to want to withdraw rather than earn a D or an F as your final grade. However, all three of these grades, a withdraw, a D, and an F, are not considered passing in the College of Engineering. So in each of those three cases, it would cause you to have to retake the course. Now, the engineering advisors are here to help you navigate your way through all this. We will notify you when you've earned your first strike. We will notify you when you've earned your second strike if it comes to that. We will also be referring you to resources such as tutoring or office hours to help you avoid your next strike. And lastly, we will be helping you strategize how to avoid an outcome that could be a D, F, or W. We know that you can't avoid the retake in and of itself because these are required classes for your major, but we will help you avoid that outcome of what could be a second strike or a third strike. Our next slide is different types of academic opportunities, education outside the classroom. The first type is the Dean's Undergraduate Research Initiative, or JURY. We also have VIP, the Vertically Integrated Project, which is another type of undergraduate research, although you are paired up with at least one graduate researcher and at least one faculty researcher. So that is a team-based opportunity. Our third bullet point down here is the Da Vinci Center for Product Innovation. That is a cross-disciplinary program that combines 3 different schools across VCU, combining engineering with School of Arts and School of Business. And what that does for you is it supplements your engineering skills with the type of arts creativity and the type of business savvy that you would need to innovate a new product or maybe even open your own business. So it's a great fit for students who have that entrepreneurial spirit. It's also a great fit for students who want to work pretty closely with corporate sponsors. And that relationship could also result in a job offer. And then finally, our fourth bullet point is study abroad. As you can imagine, study abroad is going to be limited during this fall semester. It may continue to be limited in spring of 21, but we know that you are going to be part of our RAM family for at least 4 years. So these study abroad opportunities will be back on the table in one of your upcoming years. And we have had plenty of engineering students who have been very successful with a study abroad experience that was integrated into their engineering curriculum. And again, your advisors will be your first point of contact if you're interested in any of these educational opportunities outside the classroom. We can help make sure that you are not only making progress through your major, but also making the most of your major. Thank you very much.
Hello, I'm Siobhan Reed, and I am the advisor for Mechanical and Nuclear Engineering. I'm going to talk to you today about the Bulletin. The Bulletin is your guide to VCU. In the Bulletin, it has all the majors, the minors, also includes all the VCU policies and procedures that you will need to follow while you are a student here at VCU. I want to talk to you a little bit about student classifications. A full-time student is any student that is taking a minimum of 12 credits. The maximum number of credits you can take in a semester is 19. We do not recommend that you take 19 credits. However, a full-time student can take anywhere between 12 to 19 credits. A part-time student is a student that is taking less than 12 credits a semester. Your classification of whether you're a freshman, sophomore, junior, or senior is based on the number of earned credits that you have at VCU. That can include AP credits that you receive, transfer credits, IB, or dual enrollment credits. Next slide, please. DegreeWorks is a system that we use and you will use as well to help you track your progress throughout your program. This is a computerized program that will have on it your major of study, when you entered that program of study, the number of earned credits you have, your cumulative GPA, your major GPA, as well as your classification. This is a way that we use to see which classes you need to take, classes you have taken, or classes you will need to take in the future. When you meet with your advisor will go over DegreeWorks with you, and you will be able to access DegreeWorks through My VCU e-services at any time. This is kept up to date, and anything that needs to be changed, you will need to discuss with your advisor. You will find this tool very, very helpful throughout your 4 years here at VCU.
Hi, I'm Scott Robinson. I'm the academic advisor for biomedical engineering at VCU. So where we're at now, we've gone through a lot of policies, gone through a lot of procedures, and tried to help you determine how you're going to prepare to start at VCU. And one of the things that we want you to be aware of is that this is a process to help you achieve your goals. So from the time you start on campus, you should start thinking about what the next steps are. Do you want to start work as a programmer, as a professional engineer immediately upon graduation? Do you hope to go to medical school or dental school? Do you hope to get a PhD and be an engineering professor? These are all questions that you need to answer as part of an active process. And one of the ways that you have to do that is by joining some of the College of Engineering student organizations that we have. So the first organizations that I would recommend that all of you consider joining are the professional organizations for your individual majors. So if you look at this list, you'll see AICHE, the American Institute of Chemical Engineers. That's obviously the chemical engineering professional organization. The American Society of Mechanical Engineers, Biomedical Engineering Society, and so on and so forth. Those organizations are going to be excellent opportunities for you to learn what are the outer reaches or the limits of your profession as a whole, and help you create professional networks to allow you to do the things that you hope to do professionally. The other student organizations I'd like to highlight are the organizations for individual populations. So there is the Arab Engineers Organization, there is the National Society of Black Engineers, or NSBE, there's the Society of Hispanic Professional Engineers, or SHIP, and there's the Society of Women Engineers, which is SWE. Now, you don't have to be Arab, Black, Hispanic, or a woman, respectively, to be a member of those organizations. All you have to do is be dedicated to helping support the process of making the profession of engineering be more representative and to look more like the world around us. Other things that you can look at, Theta Tau, Triangle Fraternity, those are coeducational engineering fraternities. So if you were looking to pledge, those are options that are available to you. And then we have things like Formula SAE, if you're into automotive engineering, but are aware that we don't have an automotive engineering program here at VCU. Formula SAE is a great way for you to get practical experience in that regard and get your foot in the door. So take a look at these College of Engineering student organizations. There are also a cornucopia of organizations campus-wide for all manner of topics, and those should be other things that you consider exploring as well. Next slide, please. Okay, important resources for your major. We have 4-year curriculum planning sheets, which are guides to your 4 years through your program, available at the link on the left, and we have major maps available at the link on the right. Ms. Rivers, if you will stop sharing your screen, then I will begin sharing mine, and we'll go through that. Okay, So the first link takes you to this page, which gives you the curriculum and program overview for the various bachelor's degrees. For my students, and the one that we'll use an example, biomedical engineering, obviously, but there's chemical and life science engineering, computer engineering, and so on. Chemical and life science engineering is going to have two separate options. Those are two separate tracks of the major as well. But whenever you open that, it will begin to look like this. So this is the draft plan for the four-year biomedical engineering plan. As you can see, there are a number of classes that it's very possible you may have satisfied through AP credit. So for engineering students, it's very common for students to have taken the Calc AB exam. If you get a grade of score of 3 or higher on that, then you would already have credit for Math 200. Unit 111, 112, and even 200 are very frequently satisfied by dual enrollment engineering, or excuse me, dual enrollment English classes. Now, the reason we give you these draft plans is so that you can see, yes, despite the fact that they are 130 credit plus programs, it is possible to graduate in 4 years, even coming in with 0 credit whatsoever. What we don't want you to do is try to use this as a replacement for your advising relationship, because again, with AP, IB, dual enrollment, transfer credit, it is a possibility that a good number of these classes will already be satisfied. And we don't want you to go to the extra time, effort, and expense to take a class that you don't necessarily need to take. You already earned credit. Then if we go to our next resource, the next resource is what we call major maps. The major maps page is really interesting. If you want to see what's out there, maybe you're trying to consider some of the differences between computer science and computer engineering, you can look at your major maps and see what they prioritize in different ways, because these are supposed to be 360 views of all the ways that you can grow personally, professionally, academically while you're an undergraduate student at VCU. So again, I'm a biomedical engineering advisor, so I'm going to select the biomedical engineering plan. You click search, one result, and view major map. Now, all this is great bird's eye view information about the major, what it's all about, what you can do, the requirements to change majors if you start off in one major and want to switch to a different one. But down here, the 4-year grid is what I think really makes the major map shine. So there are certain academic things that you need to prioritize. So for my biomedical engineering students, EGRB 101 and 102, and now your EGRB 104 are all the first-year engineering courses. That's the baseline of what you need to take in order to stay on pace for graduation. However, there are also other things that are important about getting connected with your community and preparing for life after college that really help you make sure that you're aware of the various ways your next 4 years will impact you whenever you get that first job, whenever you go to graduate school, things like that. So we've already talked about the student organizations. A big one for first-year students is living learning programs. If you want to live in Gladding Residence Center, which is right next door to Engineering West Hall, it's a 2-year-old building, and frankly, it's got all the bells and whistles, and it's a lot of fun, and it's a very nice living experience. One way you can do that is by joining a living learning program. That will ensure that you're on the engineering floor, that you will have a ready cohort of peers with whom to study, have fun, build a social network that can help you be more successful. Then there are also things like accessing your free credit report, making sure that you're managing your finances in a way that whenever it comes time to buy a first car, get an apartment without a cosigner, whenever you graduate, you're ready for that. Socially, it should be on here as well. We do want you to register to vote. It is your right as an American 18 years of age and older to vote in elections, and that is not removed by coming to VCU if you normally live someplace else. So that's something that you should prioritize as well. But by going through the major maps, you get a chance to hopefully identify some things that you may not have already considered that can really help prepare you for the future. And I will pass it back to Ms. Rivers.
All right, thank you, Scott. All right, so we've come to our final slide, and now we're looking at what our next steps are. So here's some information that you'll need. You'll be contacted by your advisor through email, and you've just met all of them, requesting for you to set up a virtual appointment with them. Expect that email to arrive to you on June 29th, 2020. So just a few weeks from now, you'll be receiving that email from your advisor. In that email, you'll have directions on what you need to do to set up your appointment time. Make sure this appointment time is one that is convenient for you and that you know that you will not miss, because we want you to honor your commitments. Remember to write down the time of your appointment. Again, that's about honoring your commitment. An email with a Zoom link will be sent to you prior to your appointment. So make sure that you're on the lookout for the Zoom link after you sign up for your appointment. And then finally, using that Zoom link, you'll meet with your advisor at your designated time. At that time, you will review the classes that you signed up for the semester, talk about your schedule, maybe any AP or IB questions that you might have, and other things that will have an impact on your first semester as a college student. This is going to be a great semester for you. We are totally excited for you and you're coming to college for the first time. We know that you are excited as well, and we can't wait to have you with us here as a student. So that is it for now. We'll be sharing lots more information to come, and welcome to the VCU College of Engineering.